Okay, so we're starting off our first day in Paris. We're getting going now. We're out to our shuttle and we're heading to the Louvre. Merci.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour.
C'est pour vous le taxi?
You? Oui.
Speak English?
Yes.
Only?
Yeah, mostly.
You're welcome.
Get in here. We're just going to the Louvre?
The Louvre?
Yes.
Yes, okay, no problem.
That's great. We're starting our day in Paris at Le Louvre. This should be a lot of fun. It's just starting the day off. We have a whole day planned. We're starting here in the museum. We're gonna go check this out, see how it is, and then we're gonna head over to the Eiffel Tower a little later. But I'm glad we got out there early. It is like 8 a.m. But let me show you what people out here already at 8 a.m. With this iconic glass pyramid, the Louvre is one of the most well-known museums in the world, and also home to some of the most famous artworks of the world, such as Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa and the Virgin on the Rocks. The Louvre is easily the second most iconic site in Paris behind the Eiffel Tower. We decided to go to the Louvre first because it opened earlier than any other location in the city. For people in the hip-hop community, the Louvre is also famous because Jay-Z and Beyonce rented it out to shoot a music video. Not being famous billionaires, Blair and I decided to take a more normal tour of the Louvre. So the line to get in here, it hasn't even opened yet. And this line is crazy. We got out here, we thought early, and there are tons we could. We booked the earliest possible opening. It opens at 9, and we booked at 9, and still there's a massive line of people. The Louvre receives over 2.8 million visitors a year. In 2018, there were over 10 million visitors to the Louvre. There are guided tours to the Louvre, however, Blair and I decided to do the self-guided tour. If you watch any of our videos, you know that we're always on the self-guided track. Okay. Okay, so we just picked up some maps and now we're going to plot our way around inside this massively large. And I won't lie to you, I didn't realize how big the Louvre is. This is really big.
Somewhere.
There's another section that's going to be just paintings.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah. This is all architecture. Yeah, paintings on the opposite. So we're on this side. Paintings on this side.
We're in here so early, the shops haven't even opened up yet. As I mentioned, Blair and I are fans of choose your own adventures. We started our day with French sculptures, and I was overwhelmed and mesmerized by the beauty of the French sculptures. I had really no idea. It was really impressive to see so many beautiful sculptures. They were wonderful. It appeared as though people had just been frozen in stone. So much character and personality was captured in the stone. The craftsmen who created these hundreds of years ago, by the way, just mesmerizing. It's easy to see why the Louvre receives so many visitors per year. The artwork and the sculptures, they really draw you in. It is a completely immersive experience. The sheer amount of sculptures was somewhat overwhelming. We really had to take our time, stop, and try to observe each sculpture in turn. But we realized we also had to make it through the entire museum, or as much of it as we possibly could in one day. So it was stop and then speed up. We have been in this museum for 2 hours and we've only made it through one corner of the sculptures. on a couple levels. This museum is phenomenally large, absolutely massive. We'll never see it all in one day, but now we're trying to decide which section and what do we want to go see next. Of course, before we leave, we're going to try to make it past the Mona Lisa, but there's so many great things here to see. We're going to keep looking. So now we're standing in line to see the Mona Lisa inside of the Louvre. There's another queue just for the Mona Lisa, and we're standing in line for that now. This is also the busiest side of the museum. We've been in other parts that have been practically empty, but over by the Mona Lisa, let me show you, it's packed. What do you think of the Mona Lisa?
I think the Mona Lisa is really cool, but it's smaller than I thought it was.
Yeah, it is a little smaller than I thought as well. You like the Mona Lisa?
Yes. The Mona Lisa is cool.
You like the Mona Lisa?
Yes.
Good.
It was way more than I expected. It's very, very hard to put into words. If you come, spend as much time as you can, you still won't see everything.
Okay, so we started off this morning at the Louvre, and now we're just walking. There's a lot of people walking this way. We're just gonna keep walking with them and see where we end up.
It said red. He was gonna run it. Yeah.
He wasn't gonna run anybody over.
It was red.
He was just joshing.
It was red, Daddy.
He wouldn't hit you.
He really was.
We just took a break. It's been a long day. We're heading to the Arc de Triomphe, and we have probably about another mile to go, and then we'll be there. But we're gonna just kind of sit down for a minute. We're marveling over how much this whole area looks like Washington, D.C. But then as Blair brought up, D.C. was designed by a French architect. So the designs are very similar. I feel almost I'm walking in DC with a French accent. After finishing a wonderful morning in Le Louvre, we decided to head up the Avenue des Champs-Élysées towards the Arc de Triomphe, or Triumph Arch. It's about a 4-kilometer trek, but we really took our time. There were some great French stores along the way, so we would wander into grocery stores and into the shopping centers, and then we would wander out and continue on towards the arch. So we're heading over towards evening time. We have literally been out and about in Paris all day long. I mean, literally since about 8 this morning. It's about 5:30, heading over towards the evening. And, you know, we just keep stopping, going in the stores, having a great time, really enjoying this day. The closer we got to the arch, the more congested the sidewalks became. There were a lot of people out and about going to see the arch, also just shopping. It was a lot of great shopping centers nearby, so we just enjoyed that. But it also was a bit of an incline, so the trek was becoming a little harder. In total, I think we walked about 10 miles or 16 kilometers our first day in Paris. By the time the Arc de Triomphe came into clear view, we had been walking for several hours and we were very tired, and there was much more of an incline on the sidewalk. But with the arch just right there, there's no way we were going to stop. We had to keep going till we finally made it to our destination. So we're losing daylight, but I tell you one thing I've noted after spending a whole day down here in Paris, I haven't seen any ATMs. And I've been looking because I need to take out some euros. I've seen money exchange places, but no ATMs. What's that all about? As day turned into evening, Paris began to glow. There were beautiful lights in the trees and wonderful ambient background light that melded together to create a beautiful ethereal feeling as we walked down the city streets. After several hours of walking, we finally made it to the Arc de Triomphe, a centerpiece in Paris dedicated to those soldiers who died during the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're starting our third day here in France. We're starting off by heading to the Eiffel Tower. It's a cooler day today. It's hazy, a little overcast, but it's not raining, so we'll still call it a win. We actually managed to pull off something slightly miraculous. We managed to find parking right next to the Eiffel Tower. I know that sounds crazy, but it is a Saturday morning. We're out here pretty early, and there's some street parking. This is great for us. At first, I wasn't happy about the day being cloudy, but when I came around the corner and saw the Eiffel cloaked in the clouds, it was so artistic. I was really glad we were there when we were there. First impression of the Eiffel Tower is that I severely underestimated how large it is. I've seen the pictures, we've all seen the photos, and I'm thinking, you know, it's big, but not that big, kind of like the Statue of Liberty, which is large, but not that large. This is actually literally disappearing into the clouds. Now, I don't want to make it sound astronomically large, but it is much larger than I first originally thought it was. So unfortunately, we booked our tickets, or we tried to book tickets too late to go to the top. They said we could make it to the first observatory level, which is like the second level, but we'd have to take the stairs. No, I'm not doing that. It looks good. If I can't get up with the elevator, I'm not doing that. I mean, it looks good, but I'm not taking the stairs to the top, guys. That's crazy for my knees. I don't have young man knees anymore. I got old man knees. That's crazy. Even knowing that we weren't going up into the Eiffel Tower, we did want to get as close to the base of it as we possibly could. And as we got closer, it just kept getting larger and larger and larger by perspective. I really can't overstate. The Eiffel Tower is much bigger than it appears in pictures and photos. We did have another reason to go to the Eiffel Tower. We were going to spend the day with family, and they were meeting us at the base of the Eiffel. So we do have family visiting from the US here as well. So we've all been hanging out in Paris. It's been a great time. And tonight is our last night in Paris. We've booked us a nice Parisian restaurant and we're gonna go have dinner. This should be a lot of fun. Howdy, howdy.
She said, don't do this.
Yeah, I know she was gonna do it. Okay, I knew it was gonna happen.
No.
Okay, thank you for keeping it with me. You know. So this is where we're eating dinner tonight, La Petite Saint Cloud. This should be a great experience here tonight with friends and family. That's all I want to do. I know it seems a little crazy, but yeah.
It's too advanced.
See?
I like it. Yeah. All of this. Guys. Say hi. All of this.
Yeah.
American.
American.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Oh, yeah, it's first time in Paris.
Yes.
No, it's Paris. Yes. Well, have a lovely time here.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. Take care. Okay. You know, the Parisians sometimes get a bad rap for not being very friendly, but that has not been our experience. People have been friendly. It's been great. A lot of fun, wonderful food. That meal was delicious. You can't see me, but I'm telling you, that meal was delicious. It was one of the best I've had. You say it again?
No, you gotta interview me. I was like, I am inspired by you guys. I am encouraged to go home and kind of self-assess and figure out how we can encourage ourselves to travel more as a couple and with the kids so they can explore and see more of the world.
What she said. And so guys, if you hung with us to the end of the video, that was our first trip in Paris as our first experience, and the city is not overrated. We had a great time. We had friends and family there to make the experience even better for us. If you stuck with us this far, leave the word Paris down in the comments. Always, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow along. We're going to continue to bounce around the world and go to great and wonderful places. So until next time, take care.